my shit on. Y'all good?
Everybody recording or just you? It's fine for if you just record.
All right. Oh, okay. I'll be on record.
I've always got the body cam rolling.
Yeah, I'm
24/7.
rolling. I'm rolling too, just in case.
Okay.
All right, so this is the deposition between Chanel versus PD. What state your name, officer? And
I
rank?
am Captain Zane Sledge of the LSPD.
Okay. And you could go ahead, KP.
All
Any
right.
questions?
Captain James Sledge, could you, recall the incident that happened on January 5th around between the hours of 0000 and 0100?
Very vaguely.
Said very vaguely.
Correct.
Okay. May I ask why I said vague?
Because I was drugged with a certain substance intravenously.
Was this before or after, the incident?
After.
Okay, after. Okay. Alrighty. Well, let's get into a couple of questions. Okay. Can you answer this question? What is normal police protocol? When attempting to detain a suspect.
Depending on what we're doing, we can either detain them physically or we can let them know that they're verbally detained. Obviously, we can use handcuffs or hold them up against the wall or something like that. Depends on how they're acting. But sometimes we can handcuff them, or sometimes I just let them know that they're verbally detained and they're to stay where they are.
Okay, and you said something about being physical. What is that like? Just by judgment, or what leads you to use physical force to detain somebody?
Like I said, it depends on the situation.
Alrighty. So I know you say you vaguely remember the situation, but between the hours of 0000 and 0100 of January 5th, you ran across a Chanel King, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And when you saw Mrs. King, what procedures were taken to, detain her, and why was she detained?
So she was originally detained because she matches the exact description of someone who said that they robbed him at knife point mere seconds before, just round the block there by Beam Machine. So I've went round, got the individual matching the exact description, attempted to make some verbal commands towards her to go towards the wall. And all the individuals with her, they've failed to do so. Her matching the description, I've went towards her first. Asked her multiple times to go towards the wall so we could detain her and give her a frisk to see if she had any weapons on her, looking for the knife that was used in the robbery. And unfortunately, she failed to obey any of the commands and was being very obstructive. And due to the nature of the allegation of the knife, I had to use force on the individual to get her in cuffs while she was resisting.
Okay. Alrighty. So you did detain Miss King. Well, I'm asking a question. Did you detain Miss King at the place of the incident?
Correct.
When was Miss King Mirandized?
Say that question again.
When did you Mirandize Miss King?
I don't remember Mirandizing her.
Okay.
Counsel, I don't know if you're aware of this, but you're not required to rescind rights unless you're in custodial interrogation.
No, I'm aware of that. But
Okay.
as you, I'm getting there. All right.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. After you, detain Miss King, and what happened after that?
What do you mean? What happened after that? What happened after the
the
detainment?
following, yeah, the following events. You detained her.
So she was detained by use of force due to her resisting. Okay. She was then frisked for any sort of blades that we were looking for due to the robbery. And I could feel a sharp implement. At which point a female officer showed up on scene and found a knife upon her pockets. After that, I don't remember much all else due to possibly receiving some sort of intravenous sedative, which was told to me by the hospital.
Okay, all right. Since you have a vague, memory of the following events, we'll stop questioning for that incident there, and we'll move on to the next part. All right.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So, next question. You were subpoenaed on the 6th to provide body cam. Why could you not provide body cam?
Because all of my equipment was taken, and I was stripped of all clothing and everything like that. And I was put into a garage next to PD, and that's how I woke up with none of my equipment, none of my clothing, in the garage next to PD.
Okay.
And this was waking up from a sedative, which was intravenously put into me prior to speaking to your client.
Gotcha. All right. Okay. Next question. Are police officers? Do y'all have a dash cam?
Yes, we do.
Was the dash cam also destroyed or taken?
Not too sure. Once again, don't remember much from the incident due to the sedative, sir.
Alrighty. This will be my final question. Was there any type of incident report made for the destruction or, taking body cam?
Due to incident reports, there was incident reports, and there was also body cam from other officers, which would have been taken as well. Yes.
All right, Judge. That's all the questions I have. Right.
All right. Counsel, you good with that? We should be.
Yeah, I just have some following questions.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Sledge, how long have you been on the force?
I've been on this force now for around a month.
And how many arrests have you done in that time, do you think? Just a ballpark.
Ballpark, probably around 20, 30 arrests.
Okay. And what is your definition of reasonable suspicion?
Reasonable suspicion, and obviously probable cause. In this situation, I believe we have the reasonable suspicion to search this individual due to the allegation of her having a knife and the exact description of her, all the way down from her clothing to even the color of her nails.
So based off of all of the totality of the evidence, you believe that you had probable cause to actually search and arrest this individual, but you chose to detain her and question her. Is that correct?
That's correct.
So do you recall actually placing her under arrest, or was the sedative already kicked in?
Negative. The last thing I recall is handing the search over to my female officer.
And who was that female officer?
That was Miss Lewis.
Okay.
Officer Lewis.
Okay. And when you didn't actually perform the search at all, correct?
No, I just performed the initial frisk for officer safety, and that's when I located a sharp implement within her pocket.
Okay. All right. No further questions.
All right. Cross-examine.
That was a cross-examine. It'd be redirect.
If you have any follow-up questions before I end this?
Hold on, let me get off the radio. Hold on. Alrighty. I mean, he said he lost memory, so yeah. In the questioning, man.
All right. So this deposition is over. At 3:31. Thank you.
Thank you.
gentlemen,
Excellent.
for coming.
Thank